missing the overall point. The partnership, the community partnership, is not between the principal and Healthways or NCH. It is between the district and Healthways or NCH. So if Healthways, NCH, Blue Zone is coming into the school and having these parent meetings, informing our parents about the partnership of the district with them, then I would like to know how they are engaging our parents. I'm not asking about what the principal is doing. I'm asking about the partnership that has been set up at the district level that you're wanting to expand to all 50 schools. And so, yes, I'm finding out in the pilot how that's working. And, yeah, it does get into a bit of minutia because it tells you how the partnership is working and how it is going.
Okay,
so
I understand your point.
It's not about the letter. It's about how does it interact, the partnership. So I have to disagree with even, and I'm not even sure who said it, that it's not, Roy Terry, that it wasn't, it's an operational thing. It's not, and I'll tell you why, because we as a district have agreed to partner with a very large, and truthfully, a special interest, and there are good special interests, there are bad special interests, and I don't mean that to be a degrading term, but it is a special interest to say we're going to be a blue zone district, and we're labeling ourselves in partnership with a private organization at the district level. So when you do that, if an individual school partners with someone, and they do all the time with individual businesses, and they do things together, of course that's not us. But this is a partnership at the district level, and that's why it is our business as a board. So I don't think that these are invalid questions.
Nobody said it wasn't our business. Please, honestly.
So how about, let me help out. Let's make sure that whether it's posted right now or not, it will be posted. So we can move on. That's not a problem.
That wasn't really my point.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
It really goes back to the issue of trust. And you said it, and Dr. Patton said it, and there are many different angles to this trust issue. And unfortunately, the way that this started, which has already been alluded to, broke that down from the beginning. And if we want to build that back up, then we have to talk about these things. We have to address these areas where there is a lack of trust. I'm bringing it up so we can talk about it. And that's okay. So the parents have a lack of trust that they will have input on these decisions. So I think it is my job to expose those things and ask the questions to ensure that that is the case. Yes, thank you.
I'm going to comment on a couple of things. Number one, this board has already voted to allow this pilot to take place in 4 schools. We voted in favor of that. It is a pilot in each school. It's going to run differently in each school because each school has a different composition. They have different needs. They have different wants. We need to keep our hands out of it and let them do their job. Point number 2, the parents that you're referring to, there were 6 of them tonight, are the same 6 parents who come up at every board meeting and don't like anything. So it's hard for me to hold that in a credible rational voice in my mind. We had many parents who came and spoke on behalf of the Blue Zones in whichever meeting it was that we first brought it up, or it came up in July, was it, or August? August. We had parents that came and spoke in favor of it in September, and we had multiple parents here tonight doing the same thing. So you're just hearing one side.
No.
That's not fair.
We're all hearing one side. In different ways.
Side. I'm hearing both sides.
There were far more than 6 parents here at the last meeting that opposed the Blue Zone.
Get that.
Right, but
they're
okay.
Parents that oppose everything.
I received, when I put the information out there about this before we voted on it, before any of this, no less than 50 responses. And from both sides, some in favor, but the vast majority opposed. And I had them fill out the pledge to say, what items would you vote allow in your school?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Those parents who didn't respond, you're assuming what?
I'm not assuming anything about them. Statistically, I could extrapolate the
Okay,
number of
let's
parents that do
take it
respond
from
to the 44,000, and I would say then that you have thousands of parents that if you approach every single one, that would oppose it. Are they the majority or not? We can't say that. But you can't say just because people don't show up that they automatically support everything that you're doing.
I didn't say that.
Or
I'm
vice
just
versa.
saying, let's cut off the statistical stuff and get to the point. We have 4 pilot schools. We will evaluate those 4 pilot schools. But you've engaged the same argument from the beginning based on 10,
A lack of trust.
50, a lack of trust. I hope you'll be able to work through that. I really
It's
do.
not me working through it. I represent the constituency of parents
Right.
who feel
And
this
so
way.
do-
Some
so
who
does
never show
everybody.
up to school board meetings, many who do. It doesn't matter. That
Let's move on.
yes,
Yeah, let's,
please.
let's.